Welcome everybody to the Get Geeked movie trailer review show. Today, very exciting news, and right after the heel of our podcast, if you go back and watch our podcast, we make some predictions that this trailer makes and brings true. I'm excited.
We honestly hit it on the head. We literally hit it on the head. We were doing a new
Timeline.
Yeah. Honestly, we were doing a new way of recording this right now. Had we done that, we probably would have been able to get the video before
way
the
sooner.
trailer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We could have probably done it
But-
like right as soon as the trailer dropped, man. But like with our new setup now, we're gonna be able to live stream. We'll live stream as soon as something comes out if we can. But yeah, we predict this thing down to the T. Timeline, people. Timeline. Multiverse. What else can we say?
Flat out. They said it flat out.
Spoilers also,
Multiverse.
if you haven't seen Endgame, because has Endgame spoilers. Let me just get through the trailer real fast. It comes out. Holland is saying, spoilers, blah blah blah, because the spoiler thing lifted from the Russo brothers for the movie. He's getting a call from Nick Fury, denies it. It also shows him fighting off some criminals and making fun of cops, which is kind of hilarious. It's just a funny bit, kind of weird but funny. And then it shows him in his where did they travel to? Italy or something? I forget.
Yeah, it was somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, they travel to Europe, and Nick Fury shows up, introduces him to Mysterio, and says Mysterio is from a different dimension. Multiverse, people. Multiverse. And this is key. Oh, let me finish. I forget. I just want to get into it, but okay. And then so they show him fighting monsters and being helped by Mysterio. He says,
Which I just gotta say real quick, which kind of looks like Sandman.
a little bit, yeah. I mean, but there's three different monsters though. There's the sand monster, there's a fire monster, and there's a water monster. We don't know how that. Yeah, we don't know how that gets incorporated into the movie, but they're there. And he says like, all he wants to do is go back to his trip and confess his love for MJ. And then it shows a clip of him saying, "I need to tell you something, MJ." And MJ says that you're Spider-Man. And then he gets flustered, which is still a little bit weird, but I'll take it. It's just a trailer. We don't know the whole thing yet, so we'll take that. And then it brings up a thing where Nick Fury's like, "You have to be the next Iron Man," and a lot of people are getting mad about that because they're like, "Oh, he doesn't have to be the new Iron Man," blah 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 blah. But they're taking it wrong. It's not that it's not that he's becoming Iron Man. He has to take the mantle of Iron Man, kind of the new face of heroes per se, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with the whole thing, and I think that's how the trailer ends, right? Is there a part that I'm missing?
Let's see. They also had a small part where that guy was talking to his schoolmates, and he was saying, "I work with Spider-Man."
Oh yeah.
That blows up.
Favreau, which plays the part of the right hand man of Tony Stark in the Iron Man movies, but he's also the caregiver of Spider-Man in a way, because Tony Stark left him as the person to take care of Spider-Man. So yeah, so he's helping out Spider-Man and everything, and yeah, he's trying to help the people, Spider-Man's friends, but stuff happens.
Yeah. I feel like his Asian friend isn't going to be the comic relief in this one. I think Favreau is going to be the comic relief.
I think they're going to play both parts, because they're going to be the parts where he's with his schoolmates and the Asian guy is going to be the comic relief there. And then there's going to be the part where he's working with Nick Fury and stuff like that. And I think Favreau is going to be there to play the comic relief there. So they're going to trade off parts, I feel. I think so. But, who knows? We haven't seen the movie yet. But yeah, the trailer is amazing because it rings true of what we said in our podcast. The other part that's also good, and I don't know if people are missing it or seeing it, but this is a play by Disney, by Marvel, to keep Spider-Man in the MCU. Because if you guys haven't seen some of our past podcasts, There's one episode where I was ranting about Sony wanting to take him back and not renewing the contract with Disney and Marvel. But when they do this and they're trying to put Spider-Man as the lead person of the Avengers, as playing him as the next Iron Man, the big face of superheroes in their universe, it's gonna make it hard for Sony to pull him back, because Marvel's gonna really need Spider-Man, and then that shows Sony how badly they need Spider-Man, and maybe they could come back together and do a new contract, which will keep Spider-Man in MCU. And this is the next big thing that's making me excited about this trailer, because this is a play.
Dude, I really think it's going to be one of those things where they're setting it up kind of as like a double-edged sword, where if you are going to try to take it, people are going to be mad about it. But if you don't try to take it, they're going to give you something in return, saying, we really need this character. But if you didn't see that in the trailer, he actually has a new suit. I'm not sure if it's a nod to Spider Noir or 2099 or just, something different. Maybe even somewhat foreshadowing a symbiote. But
the
either
black
way,
Spider-Man suit.
Yep. Either way, they're setting it up to have a really big part in the MCU. But if Sony does feel like they want to take it back, it's going to come at some backlash. Even if they choose, like, hey, we're going to take it back either way, people are just not going to be happy about it.
Exactly.
Because if he is supposed to take the new throne for Iron Man, he was such a big part that's like taking away Wolverine from X-Men.
Exactly. And here's the other smart part too, is that because they're playing this as a continuation of an Endgame, and after everyone has seen Endgame and how much money Endgame has made and how many people have seen Endgame, they're going to want to see what happens in this universe after Endgame. They're going to want to see like, oh, this connects somehow, and there's a new multiverse, and there's, and Mysterio comes from that universe, and they're like, oh, so it's a continuation of Endgame. Everyone's going to go out and go watch this movie, right? So this Spider-Man's going to make bank. It's going to make bank because it's going to have everyone going to see it. Dude. So it's going to make Sony so much money that Sony's going to be like, well, we just made $1 billion from not doing anything. Do we really want to step away from this contract? Do we want to pull Spider-Man back, or just let the MCU keep him and just keep on making the big bucks, dude? I mean, it's smart in Marvel. Smart.
But there are two ways this could go. One, they could let them keep the contract, eventually just keep making him big, and eventually do different dimensions. That's already canon for turning a live action Spider-Verse movie already.
Yes.
Or bringing him into the Spider-Verse. But still, either way, if they do make it big, Sony can still be a dick about it like they have been before and say, hey, thanks for making it big. Now I think we got it from here, and then just completely ruining it.
I hope not.
They could go that way. They could.
Okay. Counter, whatever. Counter argument for that. I'm going off of what you're saying. So there's a multiverse, multiple Spider-Mans. Maybe this is a way of Marvel doing it to where Sony can have their own Spider-Man, because there's multiple universes, and they could say, "Look, Sony, we know that you're like eager to get a Spider-Man into your weird little universe you have over there that's not making that much money. I mean, it's making some money, but we're making more money than that." Because there's this multiple universe, you guys now can have your own Spider-Man. Here, take it, do whatever you want with it, and we'll keep the Spider-Man.
Not taking our actor.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, you're not taking the Spider-Man that we're using, because this is our Spider-Man. This is our universe's Spider-Man. Either way, still smart from Marvel. Because I could totally see that happening.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, dude, this trailer was amazing, and it says more than what you guys see. it's explaining more than what it's saying. I mean, it's saying a lot of things, but you got to read it for more than what it is. It's man, it explains a lot. It gives you a lot.
Man, and
I dig it.
also this is the first movie to come out after the whole new game came out. So
Hmm.
there's a whole new set of shoes that this new Spider-Man needs to fill. He needs to stay in the MCU.
Oh
And
yeah,
either way, they're going to take it, they're going to run with it, they're going to make him, I feel, the new forefront. I think there's going to be like a whole new line of no more Iron Man. People love Iron Man right now. All the kids love Iron Man, but I think they're going to try to change it back
to
to
Spider Man.
Spider-Man like it
Yep.
used to be.
Yeah.
You know?
And so he like I feel like yeah they're setting him up for the head of the new Avengers, and that's perfect. I mean because the thing is they could still bring in another Iron Man. It would just be another person. Maybe Iron
Oh,
Man's daughter, maybe the
dude.
kid that was at the funeral, and maybe even Pepper Potts. You never know, you
You know,
know. So
dude, you never know. Also, the offshoot non-canon TV shows like I am, you'll know that right now two of the biggest characters coming out of the MCU do have a line of adventures. The Deadpool and Spider-Man stuff.
oh man, oh
Plus,
I can't wait for
he's
that.
he's still young.
They
He could
gotta
go on for a long time.
They gotta do that, man. They gotta bring in
Hell
They
yeah.
gotta bring in Deadpool, and they gotta incorporate Deadpool and Spider Man somehow,
Because
man.
Spider-Man's all about saving people and not killing people, but Deadpool's just like, why not we just kill him? We'll get it over with. But then there's that conflict, and they make a perfect duo.
Yeah.
Perfect duo.
Oh man, I wish they do that. Oh, I so wish they do that, man. That'd be so amazing.
Oh yeah.
But okay, we'll keep this short and we'll wrap it up there. Spider-Man
But you-
trailer, Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, amazing, awesome.
You saw what we think.
I
you
can't
know.
wait for it. It's what like a month and a half away or 2 months away. It's coming out in July or June or something like that. I forget. But either way, super dope trailer. We hope you liked it as much as we liked it. And with that said, we bid you guys adieu, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.